Oh, he's already here?
You're late. Oh my God.
What?
Is that a wallet?
Yeah.
It's a full wallet.
Better than an empty wallet. What do you mean?
Give me
You're
the wallet.
freaking me
Give
out now.
Give me the wallet. How many bank accounts do you have? Oh, some receipts. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, there's one for £1,000 for Jack Davison Bespoke.
That's this suit.
That was £1,000. Fuck me, see you coming. Oh, what else can we find in the wallet? A posh man. Hold on. Sam's got a notes section. Sam, what is this? Did you write this? Wasn't even to be part of the show, but this is fucking fabulous. Look how red you've gone. How to Become the Best by Sam Thompson. Number 1, find the right time to jump in. Know the script. Don't be afraid to jump in if you have something good to add. Also ask questions that go with the subject. It's good to have on hand. My favourite one. Don't worry about surnames at the end. If there's an issue, feature it. Better put my veneers back in. Ha ha.
What? It's a guy. It's a joke. Tell a joke if something's going wrong.
Oh, so you wrote jokes. Oh, the next one's a real cracker then. I'm guessing ha ha means this is a joke. That wasn't even a word.
What?
I'm keeping that.
No.
Let's crack on. Come on, be confident, mate. Don't waffle, just go with it.
Oh.
Cue titles.
Hello and welcome to Pete and Sam's Reality News with me, Sam.
And me, Pete.
Hello and welcome to Pete and Sam's Reality News. This is the place for the very latest in the world of celebrity and entertainment. This week, we're going to be discussing how DJ Khaled is winging it, saying hello to Adele's new album, finding out who's taking the piss, and the Vardy's new chapter.
I'll also be bringing you Prick of the Week, and this week we'll be knocking racism for 6.
But first, it's time for the latest reality news headlines, and they're great! DJ Khaled chicken chain comes to London. Yeah, you heard it here first. DJ Khaled is launching a new chicken wing shop called Another Wing.
I'd just like to say, every time you say you heard it here first, none of these things we've heard for the first time on this show because they're all out of the press.
The menu will have 7 flavours of bone-in and boneless wings, including unbelievable buffalo, suffering from success, sesame.
Sesame. As we read your How to Become the Best, I have an issue, so I'm going to feature it. It's sesame.
Oh, just need to plug my veneers back in. Well, Peter, you're going to be excited to know that I've actually managed to get our hands on some items for the menu for our taste test.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and he's here now.
Is it good, yeah?
It's moist as fuck. I would
Nice.
definitely go back.
Yeah. Slight problem, though,
What?
is that his restaurant isn't open yet. So where the fuck is that from?
Waitrose.
Watching you lick your fingers in such an unsexual way reminds me of a story I read about DJ Khaled. He doesn't go down on his wife. Is it something that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I'm partial to it.
Have you got a technique? Sort of like a gerbil gnawing on a bit of straw.
Yeah.
The technique that a lot of men use, if they're not entirely sure, it's saying the alphabet, apparently. So you've got to do it with your tongue. No, listen to me. You're supposed to just spell it out with your tongue, not speak it. And that's Pete's sex advice for this week.
Before we do the next headline, I'd like to propose a toast. Britney Spears' 13-year conservatorship has come to an end.
Cheers, Brittany.
Adele releases 4th studio album. It's called 30.
Did you think she'll kick this up, naming the albums after age? I think she'll have an album called 60, which is about allotments, not being able to find a parking space at Asda, and hemorrhoids.
Oh, hemorrhoids are savage, man.
Have you had hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
We're going off track, bring it back. See what I did there? I learnt from your notes. The whole album is about her ex. If you had an album, so what do you think the track list would be like? I reckon we've got Take Me Back Tiff, Tiff I Love You, and I'm a shit boyfriend and I cry all the time, but please, please, please don't marry him.
Well, Pete, I'm glad you like her, because we've got an exclusive. We can play for you, now, another track from the album.
I'm all over that.
Do you like your old Walkman? It's from the 70s.
Very fucking good.
Yeah.
Is this even Adele? That wasn't even Adele.
It was so expensive to play Adele, we got to find someone else. But jamming.
So, The two consumer tests we've done this week are DJ Khaled's Chicken, which was from Waitrose, and the Adele album, which was sung by Sandra from the Red Lion down the road.
Sandra has got a very, very good voice and unbelievable on the piano. Brass Against singer apologises for peeing on a fan.
What? You look like Cat Slater.
Brass Against front woman Sophia Urista has issued an apology for urinating on a fan during a live performance in Florida.
What if the album went golden?
Luckily, we've got a report from an innocent bystander. So, how it started was that Sophia Urista started saying that she hates when she has to pee when she is on stage. Then she started talking about how she had a fantasy to pee in someone's mouth and asked if there were any volunteers. We all just kind of thought she was joking when she asked, and this really drunk guy raised his hand and volunteered. A few songs later, she had security help him on stage, and then she started to pee on him mid-song. We got the still here. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Genuinely, that's like a flipping power hose. Like, when he's got his mouth open like that, it's like going over his face and body.
Have you ever experienced any water sports?
I've been like rubber ringing.
Any other water sports?
Banana boating. Dad's got a jet ski.
Not quite what I was looking for.
And you do get like a spray in the face, I know what you mean, like, and it stings the eyeballs because it's salt water. I'm a Celeb has begun.
This year it's effectively I'm a Nobody, Get Me Out of Wales. Have you seen the lineup?
I have.
It is crap. Richard Madeley,
Yep.
then who?
That
Yep.
is a woman.
Who's the lady behind her?
Athlete.
Who's the guy sat down?
Not a clue.
Who is the person next to her?
Not sure.
Who is the guy sitting down?
Athlete, can't remember his name.
How to be the best, don't worry about surnames. Gone are the days when you had Caitlyn Jenner. This year we've got Richard Madeley, and the only thing that he's genuinely famous for is because Judy got her tits out in an award ceremony.
Rebecca and Jamie Vardy to write children's book.
They tried a novel, but he's too thick to fucking deal with that.
According to reports, Rebecca and Jamie Vardy are set to write and release their first children's book in early 2022. I've never been told a bedtime story.
Well, in that case, I actually like this story, and I've always thought I would be quite... You know, like Tom Hardy reads children's books for CBBS? I feel like I could do that.
Go on, let's do it then.
OK, bedtime with Pete. OK, Sam, you've got a choice of 3 books. You've got The Very Horny Caterpillar, The Muffalo, or The Tiger Who Came on Me.
The tiger who came on me, please.
Very good choice, Sam, one of my favourites. OK, are you ready? You feel relaxed? Shh.
Okay.
Shh. Sleep. OK? The Tiger Who Came on Me by Pete Wicks. Once there was a stupid little posh boy called Sam Thompson who was sitting in his mummy's kitchen in Chelsea. He was just about to ask Mummy for his morning milk when suddenly there was a heavy knock at the door. Mummy wondered who could it be, as the milkman had come over already that morning. So had the postman, the butler, the gardener, and Daddy's friend from golf. Sam went to open the door and there was a big, stubbly, stripy tiger standing on the doorstep. He had long, gorgeous dark mane and piercing blue eyes. He growled a growl so soothing, Sam didn't know what else to do but let him in. Grrr. Are you one of those Jedwood twats? Growled the tiger. No, said Sam, annoyed that that's what everyone asked him. The tiger continued. Excuse me, but I've smelt the most beautiful cottage pie and wanted to come in and see if I could have a taste. As he finished his sentence, he bit his own lip in only a way a tiger of Essex could.
Oh.
Sam invited the tiger in, and straight away Sam's mum and the tiger went into the special dining room. Sam wasn't allowed in, but he could hear from the outside. Grrr. The tiger must have really liked the cottage pie as he was making all sorts of happy growling sounds. Grrr. Sam knew they had finished eating, as at the end the tiger let out the softest, most satisfied growl. Grrr. Sam, happy his mum was such a lovely cook, slowly fell asleep. The soft growls of the tiger in the room next door. Grrr. Grrr. Fuck! And bang! The tiger slammed the door on his way out.
Fuck!
See you next week, Karen shouted. Bye, said the tiger.
And now it's time for non-stories of the week.
Sorry?
Non-stories of the week. Miley Cyrus checks out magazines at an LA newsstand.
Adele's son, Angelo, doesn't know his mum is Adele.
What's Adele's name then?
Adele.
Then how would he not know his mum's called Adele?
Because he probably calls her mum.
New Arctic Monkeys album is pretty much finished.
Katie Price's horses, don't judge her.
Simon Cowell says he does the school run.
Khloe Kardashian loads up on potato chips.
Ashley Simpson and husband Evan Ross are seen with their children.
Selena Gomez and Cara Delevingne share a laugh while sitting next to each other. That must be nice. It must be nice to sit next to someone and actually laugh.
Now I've got some interesting news. Do you remember visiting Icon House last week?
How could I forget? Since then, it's caused me nothing but problems. My inbox has been inundated with people calling me Daddy because the long-haired child who I did a TikTok with, it seems to have gone viral.
Well, after that I got in touch with our correspondent, Olga Koch. Like us, she knows a shitload about TikTok.
TikTok, the platform I go to find out what the kids are listening to and unsolicited medical advice. A normal TikTok user spends an average of 50 minutes out of each day on the application for each 24-hour stretch. In other words, a normal TikTok user spends an average of 50 minutes a day on the toilet. Now that's what I call regular content. I guess the beauty of TikTok is that people with very niche interests get to find their own audience. And when I mean niche, I mean foraging for food in your local neighborhood niche.
Some super fresh resinous polypore.
Or objects fitting into other objects, which is actually completely sexless, yet somehow no less erotic. Or an inexplicably spooky song about beans niche. Beans, 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 beans. Or, I don't know, whatever the fuck is going on in this video niche. Try pitching this to E4. TikTok isn't so different from the real world because it's full of all kinds of dudes into some random shit. Men who break the fourth wall on a first date.
Hi, I'm John. Thanks for coming over for dinner. It's good to see you again. If you want a beer, help yourself to the fridge.
And when they feel ready, men who show you a shape they found. Men who are curious about what certain sensations might feel like. And then there's the nation's sweetheart, a man who has somehow made train spotting even more disturbing than doing heroin with your friends. Oh, and one more. The guy that says milk 1 million times on a TikTok live. Much like Sam says money to his father 1 million times every Christmas dinner.
The videos that you've shown there are fucking ridiculous. I have no idea why anyone would want to watch that shit.
But shut up, the train guy's fucking awesome. I love it when he goes, oh!
As much as I love being here, I have a train to catch. So do you want your show back?
Yes, please, we would love it back. Thank you so much.
Well, instead of saying milk 1 million times, you have to say my name 1 million times.
Olga.
No.
Olga Koch.
My last name. Jeffrey, start the counter.
Cock. I'm quicker than you. I'm faster than you.
And now it's time for the only credible part of the show. It is Prick of the Week. Last week, the nominations were Walkers and Robinson and every world leader at COP26.
Who are the President of France, the Prime Minister of Germany.
No, we're not doing that again. Fuck that. I ain't got time. I can reveal that the winner is every world leader at COP26 for failing to properly tackle the ever-looming climate crisis. They received a whopping 97% of the vote.
This show is now becoming quite the sort of cultural
We are
activist.
topical as fuck. So this week's nominations are cricket, for being institutionally racist. I've always known cricket was full of pricks. Next up are all the journalists who are focusing their attention on Ghislaine Maxwell's Bob, the fact they once went to a party with her in Oxford, and other stories that are of no relevance to anyone. I wonder what other Ghislaine Maxwell stories they should report on. Sam, any comments?
Am I going to comment on the trial going on in America? No.
And our last nominee is Brass Against singer Sophie Urista for urinating on a fan on stage during a gig in Florida. We must stop her, in case she shits on someone next week. So there you have it. The nominations for Prick of the Week are cricket, journalists reporting irrelevant stories on Ghislaine Maxwell, and Sophia Ureta, as we like to call her. Vote now on the PS Reality News Instagram and the winner will be announced on the show next week.
That's sadly all we've got time for this week. Thank you so much for watching Pete and Sam's Reality News. I've been Sam Thompson.
I've been Pete.
Take care of each other. Don't forget to touch yourselves.
Gotta stop doing that. Do you think you were the best in that?
I do.
Couple of points just from me, based on your list. One of them is don't waffle. You did that a lot. Also, there was a couple of moments where you lost your way, all right? So you just need to take what I say and go with it. I just want to say, mate, don't be afraid to jump in if you have
Fuck
something
off.
good to add.
All right.
No, it's
No.
fine. No. Honestly, mate, just keep the script alive.
Sometimes you should-
that's what you've got to do. Just keep the script alive.
Keep things personal.
And always remember, find the right time to jump in.
You're a bastard.